What's up, guys? It's Mr. Jamvet, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. We're going to be using DJ's Obstagoon team with a Bandit Buzzwole, so stay tuned. It's going to be pretty exciting. Major shout outs to you guys. You've been killing it with the likes and just the engagement on the channel, so just wanted to thank you guys for that as we hop into it. It's not gonna be a longer live, probably keep it below 30. I always say that, and I find a battle right at 25 minutes, and then that battle always lasts minimum 10 minutes. But yeah, probably have some chill music in the background. Had a light headache. So it's weird, I don't get headaches, but yeah, it's about that. It's just strange. So yeah, we're using some Pokemon I haven't used in some time. Buzzwole, for example, Rotom, Slowking as well. It's lacking Scald. It's lacking Scald. Which will matter versus this Heatran, but the combination of Rotom we should deal. I'm trying to see what Buzzwole can pick up a KO versus one. Hits harder too. Heatran is gonna be integral for Magearna. That's right. Rotom's gonna be important for Melmetal and Landorus. I don't have a Hydreigon counter, so just gotta have to make do with that. An Obstagoon clicks Facade freely and forces in. Well, I'm actually quad weak to rock, so I'll bulk up on the Obstagoon. Is gonna go crazy in this first part, so watch this, my friends. Watch this, my friends. So I figure Lando would be his initial. It's clear body. This is a weird situation. If he Scarf, no way knocks me out. That was a really poor play on his part. I don't think you ever, like 90% of Lando or Scarf. And so you don't ever lead something that you can't. Like, you essentially give me a free knock there. So no Dragapult means that he doesn't have a fighting resist anymore. Fighting immunity. So, most of his members don't enjoy rocks. Interesting that Heatran is his initial. Maybe he's figuring, okay, I'll just get up rocks. Because the thing is, the Heatran isn't that great. He does hard Hydreigon. Not the best. Not the best for us. Because I wanted the VS there, but in hindsight I should have. Because I did say I don't have a switch in for this. We don't go down to Hydro, but Rotom is actually quite important versus my opponent. I can win without it since he sacked Dragapult. Fine. So he's Scarfed. He's gonna pivot to Lando. Okay. So since he's choice Scarfed or something, this allows for the U-turn. Now we find out if it's Specs. We go Tran. I want to say yes. If he's not choice with U-turn, kudos. As we get bands up there, excellent day. So because of his Magearna, obviously you don't want this getting weakened. I don't think Hydreigon is strong though. I think that's but that's a little underwhelming. Like, I'd expect a little more from that. But so Facade here. I didn't expect Landers to be his initial, but Melmetal is fine considering it has a full I've had a full health Rotom, so I can Volt Switch freely. And now he pretty much guaranteed loses to my Bandit Buzzwole, which is funny. As Hydreigon rears its ugly head. Since I CC repeatedly, should you turn out? And then we're probably staring down volts. Let's tear down this. I guess it doesn't matter. At this point, we need Rotom. We need... Yeah, I'll just go for close combat here. Does leave it in. 2. So I said Buzzwole can't be guarded against. I'm actually the attack boosting. Well, Buzzwole has a lot of attack. I actually forgot about that. Buzzwole has a lot of attack. Magearna is not going to enjoy this. Yeah, Jesus. Buzzwole actually has a lot of attack. I forgot who Buzzwole was, and that's my own mistake. Now Slowking is useless. Loses to everything. Jesus, that one-shotted mag. So it's just flamethrower spam here. You can double iron bash if you want. Covers for any weirdness like a sub. I mean, even a sub wouldn't cut it. But he's banded. So free volt switch here if he leaves the Rotom in. Buzzwole 2. I was just thinking, like, the average Heatran doesn't. I know what I would to not waste any time here. So we'll just go try and pivot out on the EP and just Hydro Pump. The fact that that killed me, and he's probably timid. And then that's just guaranteed game to Buzzwole now. Because we just sacked Tran. Oh, he goes Metal. Well, I mean, he can't win, so I guess can't really blame the guy. See Thunder Punches there. Shavi's Volt switch into Lando. That's game. I want Buzzwole to get that last KO. So just Earth Power here. There's no point in going for anything else. So we go Buzzwole. GG, bro. I think if he kept his Dragapult, it would have been a better game. He would have. I think it was pretty reckless to leave Dragapult in, especially if you're a defensive Lando. But yeah, so that worked out. Buzzwole very strong. In this game is quite strong as well. Not too much ones. You know, the cool thing about Buzzwole is that it's so bulky that, you know, things like Garchomp or Shifu, things like that don't enjoy the hits very much, even though it's choice banded and offensive. My goal here is to get him to give me Tornadus early and Earthquake through his team. Ferrothorn shouldn't be difficult. So let's see. Buzzwole picks up a KO versus Chomp. Because like Ice Punch on my Buzzwole is super free here. Because Urshifu Rapid doesn't really make much sense to pivot to. So if I Slowking plus Future Sight plus Obstagoon in gives me a kill every time. Because nothing takes Knock plus Future Sight. Heatran's core purpose is to guard against these three. Rotom helps with the other two. And Landorus is a mid-ground mon. Slowking can help me with Lele and Tornadus as well. But let's see, Lando. Yeah, I think there's the least drawback on Landorus here. Yeah. I might have to deal with Lele, but it's between Slowking and Tran. I should be fine. I'm gonna hard switch Lando out to not say, okay, I'm Choice Scarf Landorus, because me U-turning there doesn't get me much value. All it does is show him that I'm Scarf. I want to bluff that I'm not by pivoting into my Rotom here. Rotom keeps out Cinderace Lando, likely lures in Ferrothorn, in which case I can decide whether I want to Will-O-Wisp, whether I want to pivot directly into Slowking, directly into Heatran. What I didn't consider in this game is the biggest threat to my team. Ferrothorn being in versus Obstagoon is a lot of value for me. So I'm going to Volt Switch here because I know Ferrothorn's coming in. Which So this ensures a lot of value for me as we go for the knockoff here. No matter what he does, oh, he actually goes hard chomp. This helmet, it's like helmet max. So knock is, you know, facade is significantly stronger. Yeah. So chomp is gone. I mean, that could have been his rocker. It's hard to say. Pretty free rapid strike, not rapid strike, what am I trying to say? Pretty free surging strike. Rotom is max defense, it can take it. Let's see what are my options here. Let's say he close combat locks. That allows for me to go to Buzzwole for free. I don't think Buzzwole, I think Buzzwole does take, no, in fact I know Buzzwole takes a Powerball from Cinderace at this range, but it doesn't KO Torn, nor does it KO Tapu Lele. I don't need, I don't need it to either. So what I'm gonna do is go to Buzzwole here. If he rapid strike, if he surging strikes, I know I'll eat it, and then I can pivot on to Rotom here, because that's what I would have had to do anyway. Holy shit. Okay, that was a mistake then. That did a lot more than I expected. You might be adamant, man. I'm fucking like damn near max defense. How's that doing so much to me? Unless I just pay too much respect to Rotom. But he doesn't get the roll, because I'm like, jeez, that is a lot of damage. That is not right. So we turn here. He should not get sack this, right? I figured it didn't make much sense to sack that. Now, you know, we always want to go for positions that cannot be defended, right? So Obstagoon, easily the most threatening Pokemon. I went for knockoff last time. It's big of a gamble to risk going into Torn on a banded, not on a Guts knockoff. So that's tough for him. That's tough for him right there, missing that lead seed. He took the close combat like a champ. Ferrothorn is now dead though. Obstagoon is as well. Actually, no, I survive. But it no longer outspeeds anything else, so there's really no point. I'm surprised he U-turned, because now this gives me the initiative, which you don't want, especially with my Lando left. So this is a free turn. Wasn't really predicting Torn. It wasn't at that point. It wasn't really about predicting versus not predicting. This is an interesting turn because I could commit to Slowking here. I know what I'll do. I think I guarantee a kill here because I have the sack fodder on land. I want to get my kills. If I go Heatran, I set up Rocks, but Rocks only affects Torn really. So he pivots to Lele, which is interesting. Because Lele can't kill me. But he probably predicted the psychic move. I don't remember how much. Spec Psyshock from Lele. Because I can always go to Heatran as well. Tapu Lele. I rarely use Slowking Galar, so I'm not sure the role for this. Psyshock does 77 to 91. It's a lot of damage. I'll just Heatran. Yeah. So now he cannot go into whatever he wants. If I can just connect this Magma Storm here, I'm good. Please connect. Okay, excellent. So now the Storm plus the Future Sight. Oh, that's a tough crit because now he dies to Storm. I wouldn't have knocked me out, obviously, but matters. So we keep Heatran for Stone Edge probably kills. Stone Edge probably kills. Let me run this knockout. Shifu is no joke defensively. Landorus, Choice Scarf, Shifu. You see if Knock does the trick. Because if Knock does the trick, then we can set up for Torn, like in the rocks. So Stone Edge just 17 minimum, which means Knock probably kills too. Knock, bro. There we go. Forgot to import the sets today, guys. Might be 16 to 19. Okie doke. Alright, so we back again. Upside here is Sludge Bomb is free. She'll end up, seems like he doesn't have Knock, or he just doesn't want to play that. He goes hard Rapid Strike, which I didn't expect. So now we just sack Buzzwole to get that Intimidate. Good play. Curious as to what the Cinderace has then. Bulk Up is not something I expected, which means Power Ball here. Let's find out what this has. Zen Headbutt. It might not be able to touch me. How toxic. You might not be able to hit my Tran. Yeah, please fucking don't. Thank you. Awesome. So now I hard Buzzwole. The reason I'm switching around is because I want to have the Fire Stab left, but right, so that when he does that, I just go boom, boom. We could have EQ here. Actually, EQ is no drawback. Fire type 25. He's gonna take 25. Actually, yeah, there's no reason for me to. Right, that's exactly why I saved it. So now that Torn is just at the mercy. GG, yeah. We just Sludge Bomb repeatedly. The AV Slowking is pretty strong. Gotta give him respect. So let me set that future side just in case any nonsense wants to come in the future. Yeah, it's just, I guess, Eerie Spell. Very cool, very cool. So dope to see Bulk Up Cinderace. My opponent had a pretty threatening team. I got lucky in a few spots with that Cinderace. My Buzzwole dodging, I wouldn't have won, but because at that point the Cinderace was already toxic. As long as I got the toxic off, that was the key, because a lot of those run Zen, Powerball, Sucker Punch, or Gong Shot. They don't run a fighting move. So I'm glad that I got to see. I hate playing these same people over again. I've said that numerous times. Scarf Drake, so I could get a big hit off on his Buzzwole early, because I know that's what's gonna come out. So this is gonna be a little trickier, because he knows he shouldn't play as recklessly with it. He just threw Landorus and Dragapult away last game, which were his more important members, and now he knows that I'm banded. Buzzwole, so like, there's just a lot of tricks and stuff that I don't have anymore. And so I'll play this slightly differently. Excuse the risk versus reward a bit. Well, not the risk versus reward. Excuse the what's the word I'm looking for here though? Just like when somebody knows, there's a surprise element to Pokemon, because you just never know the sets, right? So I figured Landorus would be his initial. Ideally I connect here. That blows a lot. That blows a lot. That blows a lot. Okay. So he's not spexed. Okay. There are a couple options here, but I like Obstagoon here a lot. I didn't show bulk up, which is good, but this is better if I get the future side off. Yes. So now Obstagoon is in a position of power. Now he loses Amon, because here you got to take both future sight and whatever it is I choose to do. Knockoff makes the most sense here. If he goes Metal, it takes knockoff plus future sight, which is CC fodder. I never showed CC, so he probably figures he lives. He could pivot to Lando, makes sense too. Just realized I don't have defog. Yeah, figured. Because I mean, you'd assume that I'd go to Rotom, and so the Rotom would cover both Landorus and Melmetal staying in to attack me. Though I'd have to take an Earth Power. But Obstagoon putting in Worko here, and it's Scarf Hydreigon. So I'm like, yeah, maybe it's modest Scarf. I just thought that Hydreigon would do a little more than that, you know. But it seems after this game we might end up being able to end the live at actually 30 minutes today. So at this point you reassess, right? You say, okay, what does he have on his team, right? So Rotom beats 1, 2, Buzzwole. Now that he saved what's his face, doesn't beat it as easily. Heatran is very good here versus Choice Scarf though. So the question then comes, well, what do I need to happen in order to prevail in this game? If I pivot to Buzzwole here, he pivots to Magearna or Heatran, that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is try to nab his U-turns. Smart play, because I almost bulked up there. Smart play, because what I was gonna do, yeah, he's confident that he's faster than me. The way he's playing, he's like confident. Okay, I am faster than you, bro. Fair enough. If it's toxic, this blows a bit. We VS here because we don't want. This wasn't his rocker if I recall correctly. So there's the Hydreigon. And so we're gonna set off another future sight here. This is just lovely that a psychic type just cockily comes in on this. Oh, and he got the future sight off, which is delicious, because when he gets the future sight off, now it's a thing of, okay, I can get my Buzzwole in, because you don't want Obstagoon. What would you come in on with Obstagoon? You could go Dragapult and try to U-turn. I'll go back to, he doesn't switch. I don't understand this guy's thought process. So the future sight is coming next turn, meaning you have to go to something that you feel can take both future sight and a hit from Buzzwole. I've shown that I just close combat here. As much as I'd like to Ice Punch, he does go Landorus, but as I said, oh, I crit him with the close combat. That blows. Future sight did at minimum 38. I'm not sure how much it would have done. He might have died anyway, but Lando would have been alive. So what I mean is CC plus future sight plus another CC. Yeah, that was whack. I'm actually very impressed by Buzzwole. I forgot that it had like 400 attack, because people always used to use Buzzwole defensively back in the day for the Curums and the Melmetals and you know. So very, very impressed with his performance. So Slowking here every time, loses to everything on his team. How much did Dark Pulse do to Obstagoon last time? Obstagoon is one of those mines as well. That be 28. Oh, that's way too much. So to a KO. Obstagoon is one of those mons too that just be eating hits. So Tran would take on whatever his offensive mag is. There's no point in me. Yeah, I'll just future sight here. Let him knock this out. Get the free switch into Obstagoon and take value. Yeah, we just knock here. Very little drawback to knock off. If he leaves it in, okay, I could see him pivoting to Sweetness Policy. Could see him pivoting to Dragapult here. So there's no point in me not CCing. He actually pivots to Tran. Maybe he thought that I don't get the Tran pivot. So we don't want to deal with a potential DD Pult. Though it does make flinches a little weird, but he'd need a lot of them to pull this off. Sucker Punch, interesting. I wonder what these might have been. Choice Band, okay. So why didn't he U-turn? I don't know why, if he thought that Obstagoon learned something to priority hit Dragapult. Because if he's banded, U-turn was the play there. But if he's banded, I don't know if he could have won. Because the only way banded Dragapult touches Heatran is with Shadow Force. Though it would have knocked out Obstagoon, so you know he could have spammed Shadow Force. It wouldn't have won him the game, but it would have been problematic. But I just need to intimidate Shuffle until I got the Rotom to burn him. See, this is where I usually find that other game, right at 20-something minutes. Nope, not gonna do it today. That's where we're gonna leave it for today. A nice, short, and sweet live for you. Yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Again, guys, thank you for all the support. For you guys who actually take the time out, hit the like button. I mean, you watch me every day, so I'd assume you like the content. But I understand we forget sometimes. So join the academy. Another PL is in the works. Get you to your 3-star level, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.